What is going on, nation? It is your boy C-Ton, bringing you our PWC Season 7 Week 5 Team Builder against Storm, coach of the San Diego Sneasels. And yeah, we have our team to the right of the screen right now, and we're going to swap over to his team. A little bit of forewarning, I'm a little bit drunk for this Team Builder, so sorry about that. This team matchup makes me want to drink a lot. So I figured it would be probably most adequate for me to be drunk while I do this video. So we're going to go into what we're expecting out of him. Pretty much every single one of his mons can come to this matchup, and that's super frustrating. Also, his team forces out a lot of my best Pokemon, so that's also super frustrating. It also forces me to bring a lot of my worst Pokemon, so that's also super frustrating. So yeah, here we are, having the time of our lives against Storm once again. If you remember from last season, this week 5 was the week that we started going downhill as well against Storm, the same coach as last time. So yeah, in all honesty, I hope there aren't any hacks in this matchup, because I don't want this to be another case where people are like, oh well, Storm just hacks his way to victory, because he has matchup, and I don't want him to have to deal with that kind of shit talk and backlash for unnecessary hacks that hurt his case. So anyway, let's go into his team and what we're expecting out of it. So what I would bring is a Gracium Z Solar Beam set for my Lantern, because my Lantern is the only check to this Entei. More realistically, it'll probably be Choice Banded. And then this will be switched with some other move instead of Solar Beam. So that's the first thing that we are expecting. Next up, we are expecting the Kangaskhan with Fake Out Return, Sucker Punch. That's pretty much all he needs. And then Fire Punch for the Celesteela in case it does come. Fire Punch also hits Scolipede and a couple other things. But the only coverage he really needs is Fake Out Return, Sucker Punch to hit the things that, outspeed it. So that's a big threat. I didn't put EVs, so I'll just do that. Next up, we have Jolteon, which has a decent matchup. I have a Volt Absorb and Trace User, though, so he might not bring it. But outside of that, Jolteon's speed tier is just really nice for the team. So this is a potential. Clicking Shadow Ball on my switch into Gardevoir is really, really strong, so that's not ideal. So yeah, this could come. He could also bring Quick Feet if he's expecting me to trace his ability. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Next up is Manaphy. That's more than likely coming. I don't want him to be Z Rain Dance, but it's probably his best set since all he needs is Scald and Energy Ball. So maybe he will put Ice Beam to hit Flagon, but outside of that, he doesn't need really any coverage. Maybe Shadow Ball. Ooh, hopefully he puts Shadow Ball to hit Gardevoir. But yeah, more than likely this last slot is for Rain Dance, which is even a recommended move. That's crazy with the new shit. I also didn't put things in that, so I'll just do this, which isn't an accurate representation of what I expect to bring whatsoever. Anyway, moving on. The reason that I'm hoping he doesn't bring Z Rain Dance is because of Entei and Typhlosion both having really good matchups with Choice Scarf, Eruption, and Fire Blast, putting in a ton of work against my team. Only real switch-ins are Flagon and Lantern, which aren't really switch-ins because they both suck. Sorry, 1 second. So they both have really good matchups. I'm also notorious for not bringing rocks, so 2 fire types is pretty safe. The 6th mon, well, not really 6th, because literally all of these mons have potential to come, is Gastrodon. Rocking, Scald, Earth Power, Toxic, and Recover to whittle down my mons and just kind of eat up my hits, because I'm a primarily physically defensive team or physically offensive team, and Gastrodon's just an annoying Pokemon to deal with. So here we are with this mon. Next up, another just annoying mon, Cress with Coltonberry for Weavile. Yeah, annoying / annoying.exe. His team just matches up really well against mine, Voice Crack. Next up, I have Absol here. I don't really expect Absol, but he loves Absol, so if he does bring it, I'd expect a Choice Scarf with Knockoff, Play Rough, and Sucker Punch. Choice Scarf, Sucker Punch seems redundant, but I have the likes of Scolipede that will outspeed it after 1 speed boost, so Sucker Punch is still really nice because it does rock that really impressive 130 attacks stat. I'm giving him super luck because last 2 weeks he has won primarily because of hacks. Hopefully this week that doesn't happen because I don't feel he really needs hacks. Next mon is the Choice Spec Swella with Boomburst, Heatwave, U-Turn, and Defog. After he sees that I am not bringing Celesteela, spoiler alert, I'm not bringing Celesteela, he can just click Boomburst over and over again and deal a ton of damage to my team. He can probably afford to run Modest too. I don't really know spreads because no, he probably has to run Timid actually to outspeed max speed Gallade if he expects me to do that. But yeah, anyway. Additionally to that, he can also bring a Ferrothorn to take on the likes of my Scolipede. He can bring what is this other one that isn't on this list? Crobat as U-turn pressure because the only real switching I have is Celesteela. Additionally, he can bring a Nasty Plot set to take advantage of Celesteela. Basically, everything on his team can come to this matchup, and that's so annoying to my team. Anyway, let's get into my team. We'll scoot on out of here. And Storm team, here we are. First things first, we got our Gallade. I can't say I'm the realist this week because I'm not feeling super confident on this matchup, but alas, here we are. Rocking 176 Jolly to outspeed his Manaphy, his Mega Kangaskhan, and his Typhlosion. Close combat, knockoff Leaf Blade, knockoff to hit the Cresselia on potential switch-ins. Close combat to potentially one-shot Mega Kangaskhan if he forgets about Inner Focus. So this will probably be my lead, depending on what matchup is. Close combat can one-shot Ferrothorn. It one-shots Mega Kang 100%. And this is probably just going to be my best overall lead, depending on team matchup. Toxic can also be used to start whittling down that Cresselia when it does come in. So yeah, Leaf Blade is there for the Gastrodon, obviously, and then Close Combat hits his entire team, minus Crobat, but I'm never going to stay in on a Crobat. So yeah, really annoying. But yeah, Mega Gallade is here. I haven't nicknamed anything yet because I'm still not entirely confident on this team. You'll see the nicknames during the battle, and I'll be sure to call them out. Well, I'll try to remember to call them out. But anyway, we got Super Fat Guard making yet another appearance. I don't remember what the special attack is there for, but it's there for a reason. I know the special defense and HP is there to make sure I live a +3 Surf in the rain, and it will allow me to knock it out with 2 Moonblasts, I think. I think that's actually what it's there for. So yeah, that's our Gardevoir, rocking the Assault Vest to take on potentially Typhlosion to trace Flash Fire, trace Jolteon's Volt Absorb, really hopefully just counter annoy him, trace Gastrodon's Storm Drain, because his abilities being traced isn't actually ideal now that I'm looking at it. But anyway, coverage, I guess I don't really need Psychic. I can probably switch that for something. Or I guess I need, no, never mind, I need it for Crobat in case Crobat comes. But I guess I'm never staying in on Crobat. I don't know. I might change that, and if I do, I'll let you know in the actual battle. But Moonblast is there for a general stab. Doesn't really have a switch in other than Ferrothorn. HP Fire is there for Ferrothorn. And then Shadow Ball is to hit Cresselia. Hopefully he gets Depth Drops. That's the only way we're taking it on. So, yep, that's that. Next up, we have another Assault Vest user. This one rocking Max Defense, Max HP to hopefully take on an Entei a little bit better. Bulldoze is still doing about 40% though, so that's not really a good check. So, gonna be a really good time in this matchup. Rocking Scald, Volt Switch, Hidden Power, Grass, and Discharge. Pretty obvious coverage. But I need this thing to help take on Entei, and that's super annoying that I need to bring this because there are other threats on my team that I wish I could bring instead. I also feel like I need to bring Flagon, but Flagon is just such a shitty Pokemon that I just can't bring myself to bring it. I was in a test battle, and +1 Flagon's Outrage was still getting Moonlit off by Cresselia, so like I don't even know why I have it on my team. I'm probably gonna drop it this week. Fucking shitty Pokemon. Anyway, moving on. That's why this is here pretty much just as a pseudo Entei check. I can't even really call it an Entei check, but anyway. Moving on, we have Choice Scarf Mamo. Another mon that has been superiorly underwhelming in mocks. Earthquake, Icicle Crash, Knock, Stealth Rock. Depending on team preview, at team preview, I might just lead and do rocks if he has both Entei and Typhlosion. I'm 100% leading with rocks. Choice Scarf allows me to outspeed the Manaphy, the Jolteon, the Swellow, the Crobat. Basically his really, really fast threats that are annoying to, wow, voice crack, to try to outspeed. I now outspeed with this thing. And I can click Icicle Crash or Earthquake or Knock if I'm expecting to switch into Crest, but then Crest ends up eating it up anyway. Icicle Crash only does 40, so I'm not super thrilled about this set, but it's a set that I feel like I need to bring because of how fast his team is. I might end up switching it, but for now, it's here. Last two Mons are our only 2 win cons in this battle. SD Weavile, huge. Can potentially set up on Cresselia depending on its set. If I get to +2, I can take on his entire team and win. Unless he's Z Crystal Manaphy. If he's Z Crystal Manaphy, I do not kill, and then I probably lose anyway. But yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I don't have Icicle Crash because 1, I'm not outspeeding any of his big threats anyway, and 2, Ice Shard hits everything really hard anyway except Jolteon, but I have 2 switch-ins to Jolteon, so I'm not super concerned about it. +2, Ice Shard kills a Crobat that's not Yache Berry or super bulky. +2, Ice Shard also kills Swellow, obviously, because Swellow is frail as fuck. And those are the only 2 things that outspeed this other than Jolteon, but I'm not staying in on Jolteon. So, yeah, Dreadplate is just to boost the power of knockoff because I need that to make sure that I'm taking on Cresselia well. Yeah, then Low Kick is there for Mega King because Mega King is annoying. Also, I guess not Mega Absol, but regular Absol. So yeah, that's our Weavile. Big win con, pretty much whenever only 2 shots. And then the other shot is Scolipede if I can get up Sword Stance on here. I'm rocking Protect. The speed investment is after +1, like a Protect, I outspeed his Crobat, Jolteon, and Swellow. And then coverage is Bugsy, Rock Slide, Sword Stance. He doesn't have the best Mega Horn switch-ins, but that doesn't really help much because I don't really set up on much. So hopefully he brings a subpar set that I can set up on and then hopefully just win. So yeah, that's a very quick team builder. I'm very drunk and I don't really want to make this battle tomorrow, but hey, alas, that's what we got to do. So peace.